Hi, welcome. I'm Tim Schmoyer. Welcome to the Life and Student Ministry video blog here. And as we're gearing up for the fall, the Lord has been convicting me of some things that I just really want to share with you as we are all gearing up for the fall. Or most of us hopefully probably already launched our fall programming. And before we get too far into it, just like a couple things that I just want to remind us of as we start working with teenagers this fall. The three most underrated youth ministry resources available to us. Number one, I have been really convicted that I really need to partner with the Holy Spirit in everything that happens. I try so hard, and you do too, to put together a youth ministry where kids' lives will just be transformed by the Holy Spirit, where God will just grip their hearts and make a huge impact in their life. And so I do all this stuff. I mean, and you do too. We sit in our offices and we plan and we prepare and we write Bible lessons. We're on the phone recruiting leaders, and we just really want this to be the best youth ministry possible. But I know I forget often that none of that means anything. It all is worthless without the Holy Spirit working in our ministry and through me personally as the leader. It is only the Holy Spirit that convicts, that works in a believer's life to prompt that life change. It doesn't matter what I do, the life change doesn't happen without the Holy Spirit working. And so it's a good reminder for me that I'm really fairly insignificant in this process because I can't force a kid to change, and neither can you. Only the Holy Spirit can make that happen. But on the other hand, it's not really just, now I can just relax and do whatever I want. I mean, this is the Holy Spirit we're partnering here, I mean, that's who we're working with, and that is just a tremendous responsibility. So I'm taking it real seriously, and I hope you do too. And just remember that nothing will happen in your ministry without the Holy Spirit working. It's not about you. It's not about your leaders. It's not about what curriculum you use. And along with that, I think that if we really believed in the power of prayer, we would spend a lot more time praying for the Holy Spirit to work and act in our own lives and our ministries than we would just sitting at our desk doing all the stuff we have to do and that we do all day. That we would just spend a whole lot more time praying and in prayer asking for God to work in the hearts of our teenagers than we do just sitting around doing the stuff that we need to do. But so I just want to encourage you to really pray and beg God for His Holy Spirit to work in your teens this fall. So that's the first most underrated youth ministry resource that we have available to us. The second one is your senior pastor. Hopefully they've been doing ministry a lot longer than you. They have a heart for teenagers and people to grow just like you do. So learn from them. Ask them their input. Too often youth pastors just go out on their own. They start doing their own thing. They come with their own vision, their own plan for the youth ministry, and it's not correlating with anything that the senior pastor and the church board are trying to do. So I encourage you, make sure you're communicating through senior pastor about everything, that you're meeting with that person on a regular basis, and you're learning and growing from them as the fall semester unfolds. So that's the second thing. The third thing is make sure you are plugging in those senior citizens in your church. Please don't fall into the trap that you need the hip, cool, new, young, married couple kids to work with your teenagers. I've blogged about this before, so if you're a regular reader here, you know my opinion on that. But I just really want to encourage you guys to make sure that those senior citizens are getting plugged in. They have the time, they have the spiritual maturity most of the time, they have the life experience to really invest into the teenagers. And they've raised the kids before. They know what it's like, and they've been through the whole process. And they often have just huge hearts for kids and for teenagers. So maybe they don't know all the latest bands, maybe they can't play dodgeball, but kids don't really care about that as much as they just want someone that they know cares about them, loves them, and really wants to see them grow as a believer. so make sure you utilize those people in your ministry as well. So just coming up in the way of announcements, I guess I got to do those here too. This Friday, we'd love to have you guys join us for our live youth ministry conversation. It's this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We have Russell Martin from the church in Texarkana, actually my father-in-law's church in Texarkana, Texas, will be here. He's a former youth pastor, and now he's the worship director there, and he's going to help us know how we can help students and teenagers lead their peers in worship, and how that can become a peer thing rather than just kind of an upfront stage thing like it often becomes. And so we want to help teenagers encourage each other to have lifestyles of worship and not just see it as something they do on Sunday. So Russell Martin's going to help us understand that. He's been on both sides of the fields, so he knows exactly what he's talking about. And he's a really cool, fun guy too. So come, if you need the phone number to call in, that's right there at timschmoyer.com. Just click on YM link at the top, and we would love to have you join us in that discussion with Russell. So I'm praying for you guys, and please continue to pray for me and my ministry too, as I need it just as much as everyone else. And I look forward to seeing how we can partner in the future as this continues. So God bless you guys, and have a great week.